and he got some stuff coming out his mouth. You know what I mean? On my head, I'm thinking it all automatically.
Al then describes helping Dakota down the stairs to go back into the bathroom.
You still talking?
I would play this from the beginning, but I can't handle listening to it again. I really can't. This is so disgusting. It's so sickening what these poor children have to go through, man. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fucking fair.
No, not much. So but he's still moving. His eyes is looking at me. He's doing his normal thing.
His eyes are looking at you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the normal thing?
Just the freak out that I was telling you about. The freak show.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Well, this only happens when he's all out of options.
Did he have his clothes on?
Did he have clothes on at the time?
Yeah. What was he wearing?
No, he didn't have no clothes on. And the reason I didn't give him no clothes is because if I give him clothes, he's going to spoil them right away.
Amanda is also asked about the issue of Dakota's clothing.
What clothes does he wear?
He had jeans and khaki pants and t-shirts. I had to throw 99% of them out.
What did he have what?
He only had a couple pairs left until I got more. They were in his room.
And the room where all the toddler clothes were?
Yes.
Last time I
That's where all
checked, he
the
doesn't
clothes
wear
are.
toddler size.
I kept all the clothes there.
Yet when investigators finished with a thorough search of the house, they didn't find any clothing that would have fit Dakota. As upsetting as this is, it's only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the horror that Dakota endured.
So, I just wanted to make sure, before I wasted the authorities' time, that he was not playing around. So I'm like, it is normal. You hear me? Because usually I could be like, you stop right now. Like right now, or really not scare him. Or I'll just maybe I'll take your dinner with him. I wouldn't do that, but as a dad, I gotta something to try to make a person think that you're serious.
After realizing that it actually was serious, Al says that he finally called 911. Though the detectives are still trying to make sense of Al's story, he changes the subject to ask them a noteworthy question.
Am I the only one being charged there?
I don't think anybody's been charged yet.
Okay, I'll just ask him. I don't know what's going on here.
Since Al has inquired about anyone else possibly being charged, the detectives follow this train of thought.
Who else was home today when this was all going on?
Nobody that I was aware of.
Nobody's been home all day? The house is pretty big?
Yeah, nobody that I was aware of was home.
And Amanda wasn't there?
Not that I'm aware of. I've been sitting here so long. Me and Jenny never talked.
Or not?
Just because there ain't no drama. That's like my girlfriend's sister, so try to keep it short.
Well, she lives with you and she helps take care of your children, right?
Yeah.
In her interview, Amanda explains where she and Jenny work.
I want to know how many fucking kids were in this home. How many kids? When is the abuse of children, of innocence, when is it gonna fucking stop? When are these motherfuckers gonna pay the price for what they've done? Oh man, nothing makes me fucking more enraged. Nothing fucking enrages me more than abusing a child or an animal. Anybody that abuses a child, physically, sexually, emotionally, mentally, anyone that abuses an animal the same way, you deserve a fucking public execution. You deserve a fucking public slaughter.
Were that afternoon when Al was trying to resuscitate Dakota.
So tell me what happened today. I woke up around 1 p.m. and I left. I grabbed my sister and
Oh my god.
to the bank before it closed. I had to put some money in the bank. And I just made a couple other errands, and then I got back home and the cops were there. They didn't tell me anything was going on. Al came out and said, So Cody was unresponsive, and he had to call the ambulance. That's all I know.
By the time Amanda and Jenny arrived back at the house, Al was already on the porch and Dakota was being rushed to the hospital. There may be a very good reason Amanda was in a rush to get out of the house, but she wouldn't be confronted about it just yet.
Did you go by Walgreens too?
Yep. Stopped at Walgreens, stopped with my friend.
This seemingly insignificant detail will actually be crucial to help decipher how much Amanda actually knew. With Al and Amanda sharing vastly different recollections about Dakota, investigators turn to the third adult in the home, Jenny, hoping she may share some insights. Her testimony would prove to be exactly what they were looking for, but what she has to share is far more harrowing than anyone can imagine.
I don't care. She can hate me all she wants. She can hate me all she wants. I don't care.
Somewhat ironically, Jenny is wearing a shirt that says, "I'd help, but I don't want to."
Let's start from the beginning.
Useless.
Okay.
Useless fucking bitch.
What does it?
Well, I moved down here 3 years ago, and
Let me just say, I don't give a shit how scared you are. You fucking protect a child when they're being abused. You stick up for them when they're being abused. I don't give a shit how fucking scared you are. Don't you think that little boy was fucking scared? Don't you think he was terrified for his life? I could never just sit back while a child is being abused. I could never just sit back and keep my mouth shut while a child is being abused. I don't care if the child was hurting himself. You get the kid some help if he's hurting himself. You don't lock him upstairs in the bedroom and abuse him.
well, I moved down here because I had to take care of the boys. And that was the whole deal that I took.
The boy, so there's more than one kid in this household. Where's the other kid? Where's the other kid this whole time? Where is he?
Care of the house and the boys, and he invited my dog for that.
He had a dog.
So,
Okay, take a breath.
I'm gonna tell everything. I just like told you I was gonna tell it first. I'm not going down for this no more.
Okay.
They always say with everything, anything happens, we're all going down. I'm not going down as much as they thought. I'm tired.
Somebody told you all were going down for it? Who? Amanda told you all were going to go down for it? Okay.
When they get to the topic of Dakota, Jenny's reaction is markedly different than her sister and Al's.
I can't do this. Can you give me a second just to get out?
Every time.
Well, he was in that room downstairs, and then he was misbehaving. He was pooping everywhere. He would use the bathroom any time, like a normal child. But he would refuse to use the bathroom and use it on himself every night and everything. And first he started spanking him, putting him in the corner.
Listen to this.
And then he would start punching him, kicking him, elbowing him in the gut, smacking him across the head and everything. And then he recently started using a taser.
There's a dog kennel in a fucking room. Recently started using a taser on him. Oh my god.
Taser on him. Then we got this metal spatula or whatever that he used to beat him with.
Back with Al, the detectives ask about something else unsettling that they noticed in the home.
So you watch it on the camera?
I was, yes.
Okay, how come we couldn't see that view of the camera when we were there?
That I don't know.
When investigators entered
You're
the
a
attic, they
fucking
found
liar, you
dismantled
piece of
cameras
shit.
on the floor.
Did you unplug it before you called the police? No? It's just odd to me that we couldn't see that view that you keep.
It works sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
It's a 24-hour job though.
Right. So like I said,
And it's 24 hours.
sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I do the best I can. I can't keep punching it for 24 hours.
In her interview, Jenny explains a bit more about the surveillance system set up in the home.
So there was a camera upstairs? Yeah. They kept a camera up there while he was in the attic?
To watch him.
Is that stuff recorded? What is it, live? So you can only watch what's going on?
Why exactly Dakota was being watched at all times wouldn't be fully explained until later. For now, Al continues to lament his situation.
I done had social services at my house maybe 40, 50 times. I done had, you know what I mean?
40, 50 times social services shows up at your fucking house and does nothing? And they do nothing? They don't remove the child from the house and investigate? Are you kidding me?
So for me to bring him to the doctor like, oh, he cracked his nut again, and social services already told me the only way they're gonna take him is if they charge me with something. Like neglect or, it's not, I can't do this. Can y'all please help me?
Earlier in his interview, Al made a similar claim about contacting outside services for help with Dakota.
Now, call the police. The police told me he was very unruly and when he got a little older, they'll be able to, put him in some type of juvenile center. And I mean, this is...
You're the one that needs to be locked up, you motherfucker!
I'm traumatized every day. It's a new show.
Al actually did contact the police for help with Dakota on November 18th, 2018. Al told the police that when he tried to put Dakota to bed, he started cussing at him and Amanda, told them he just wanted to be disrespectful, and had been going to the bathroom on the floor. When officers arrived, Al told them that he wanted them to take Dakota to the Juvenile Justice Center. Instead, Officer Thames placed Dakota in handcuffs and escorted him to the backseat of his cruiser. The officers noted that Dakota was limping because he'd been injured when he apparently jumped out of the attic window the night before. When asked why he wasn't wearing a cast, even though he had been taken to the hospital, Al said Dakota cut it off. The officers never mentioned in their report if they entered the home, or if they asked Dakota for his side of the story before they left. Al wasn't the only one to contact the police. On May 14th, 2019, about 7 months before Dakota's death, Robin, Dakota's mother, also called the authorities.
This is so unbelievable.
Somebody about doing a welfare check on my son, who I believe is in danger right now. And I don't know how you guys do things or how it works or anything. But
They don't do anything.
And hurting him, and that he's too scared to tell anybody because his father won't let him talk to anybody. He pulled him out of school. So if you guys need my permission.
So let me get this straight. If you're abusing your child and Child Protective Services comes into your home and you are abusing them, they leave the kid there for you to continue to abuse. But if they come into a household and they find that your child is in good care, they take the kid out, put them in child welfare, and make sure they end up in the orphan program where they end up getting abused. Does that sound right to you? Does that fucking sound right? This is so corrupt. Our whole system, our government, we are so systemically fucked. So fucked.
I'm giving you guys full permission
It's okay, Cooper.
to pull him to the side and speak with him without
This is so hard for me to even
Robin
continue to listen
explained
to
that Al
it. It's so
had full
fucking
custody
hard.
of Dakota.
I did not know where he was
This
living.
poor little boy's
He was
dead.
living in Erie, Pennsylvania. Thank God that he caught him drunk driving in Dayton, Ohio, and now I have his address.
Okay, Cooper, come here.
On a window, he sent him
Come
to
here,
a diaper,
baby,
he pulled him out of school,
Cooper.
he whipped him with a belt. Just a bunch of stuff that's very concerning to me.
Okay, and you think that he's actively abusing him right now?
Yes, I think he is, yes. Okay, I would definitely be
Poor babies.
Just the way that he's talking to him on the phone and how they I don't come and get him, something's gonna happen, and he's gonna take him to a group home and drop him off, and how when he acts up, how he disciplines him with a belt and he'll lock him in the room, and just very demeaning and very vulgar. I don't really know if he's telling the truth or not, but even if he's not, I would feel much better knowing that a police officer pulled my son to the side and talked to him one-on-one to make sure that nothing is going on.
Following Robin's call, officers were dispatched. They reported that Al wouldn't let them inside the house, but spoke to them through the screen door. Al even brought Dakota to the front door. The officers noted that he was properly dressed, but didn't speak very much. When he did, they said he was soft-spoken and polite, and answered their questions.
That doesn't seem a bit suspicious to you? That this motherfucker won't even let the cops in the house to do a welfare check on his son? Doesn't seem a little bit suspicious to you?
By saying yes ma'am or no ma'am. The officers also wrote in their report that Dakota gave no...
They could have prevented this little boy's death. There's so many people here involved that could have prevented this little boy's death.
No indication that someone was troubling him, and they couldn't see any injuries through the screen door. However, they didn't speak to him one-on-one as Robin had requested. Once again, the police left Dakota with his father without further investigation. The detectives now speaking with Al returned to one of his more disturbing claims.
So your story, I just want to go back to this too. You said this morning, first thing this morning, I think you said around 6 a.m. on the camera, you noticed he was plunged, I think was your word?
Yeah.
So he is,
But I wasn't quite sure because the light was off.
okay, so like, there was like a yellow stool thing, is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so.
He must have snapped it off because last time I checked it was still connected inside of the thing.
And that's what he was plunging?
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe what you mean by plunging to me?
Alright, so look. He had, a chair like this.
Right.
You take the back off.
Mm-hmm.
That's all sits flat on the ground.
Okay.
And I seen him going like this, you hear me? I wasn't telling him, I wasn't able
So
to
he's
tell.
putting the chair like into the butt. That's what you're saying he's.
But here's the thing, I wasn't able to tell if that's where he was going or if he was just taking a nut. Because every night he'll get up and do stuff like that. And just, slam it and scream, ah!
When speaking with Jenny, the detectives also asked about the stool leg.
There was part of like a stool or something. What was going on with that?
He would make him sit on it with his legs wide open because I don't know the whole reason.
He would sit on it when it was part of the chair?
Yeah, when it was all together. Because he wouldn't stand still with his legs crossed, hands behind his head. He just went in the back down and Jane made him sit on it.
Though this is a passing comment about Dakota standing with his legs crossed and hands behind him, it would come up again later. For the time being, they focused on finding out more about the stool leg.
Did you see Al with this, like one of the legs today?
He hid it behind the dresser and everything. All part of it, and then one was the sink in the bathroom.
Investigators found the two broken stool legs, one behind the TV and the other in a laundry basket outside the bathroom.
So how far in was it?
I can't say. That's the thing. I don't know.
You don't know?
Because I ripped it out so quick.
Okay.
Yeah,
And so then
that's
he started squirting blood everywhere.
Not much. It was just like, just a little bit here, a little bit there.
When Jenny gave her account of what happened that day, she had a troublingly different version of events. She says that first thing in the morning, Dakota was stumbling when he came down for breakfast, and then when he was using the bathroom, Al elbowed him in the back.
Started breathing on him, and then he turned in the bathtub, and it sounded like he was drowning him. So he was talking to him and telling him he was going to drown him, and it sounded like that, and then all I heard was splashing because he wouldn't clean his shorts because he came down wet this morning. When he took me back upstairs and threw him out, Then he made a move, just done that hands behind his back and stepped on it. And then he let him lay in the bed and he was laying on his side. And then he was on the back of him. I don't know what he was doing out there, I couldn't see. And then we went back off the bed, drug him a little bit. And then, I don't know.
Jenny said after this, she went into her room.
I got woken up by him in the car and he was freaking out. And that's when we left. Because the car wasn't breathing.
This is a completely different timeline than the one both Al and Amanda shared. Jenny also reveals more about why she and Amanda left the house to run errands and go to Walgreens.
Do you know what she wanted to talk to her friend at Walgreens about?
I found just very bad with the door, but she didn't. Her friend's house was don't run because I looked bad. Because she didn't tell her exactly what was going on.
Despite Amanda's initial claim that she didn't know anything was wrong with Dakota, it seems like she knew a lot more than she's letting on. In fact, Jenny claimed that Amanda was the one who told Al to call 911 in the first place, after realizing Dakota wasn't breathing. Yet in her interview, Amanda continues to feign ignorance about what happened to the 10-year-old.
Explain to me what all these marks are on Dakota. The marks all over his body. From jumping out the window or what? No, I don't look at it. These marks on his body. I don't, he's tearing out, look at his body. I have no idea. Like marks on his face, you didn't? You never noticed the marks on his face? I didn't see him this morning. I haven't seen him. Or maybe his big cut that's on his, like around his foot? You never noticed that?
Despite Amanda's denials, Jenny continues to divulge increasingly harrowing details.
Did Dakota take a meeting last night? Is that why he was so disoriented today?
He could have, but I went to bed early because I had to get up early.
So it's fair to say maybe he did, maybe he didn't last night.
Right.
Okay. But he gets beat on every day.
Pretty much.
Okay.
It's unusual when you don't.
Okay. And did you ever try to take him to the doctor or get him medical help or anything?
No.
Can you explain that to me a little bit?
I don't know how to. I tried, but he would come up with an excuse saying Dakota is crazy and he does self-harm and other things, so he just comes up with an excuse that it's all supposed to.
Jenny's claim here sounds concerningly similar to everything Al has been telling detectives in his interrogation. While this is worrying, her next revelation adds another heartbreaking element to this devastating case.
Did he kind of confide in you? Did he find you as a safe person?
Yeah, he was actually nice to talk to me. But I want to reach out. I don't know how that sounds so well.
Back in Al's interrogation,
bitch.
statements are just as callous.
No, it's not that. I say honestly, I killed myself. He's not here. So I'm more concerned with what's going on. What was the cause of that? Yeah, maybe somebody else did. You never know.
Piece of shit, you know that ain't fucking true.
With Al. When they return, they confront him about his own past.
We were looking at your history.
I fucking hate people, man. I fucking hate people.
Things going on.
Oh, it's small stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, like the child endangering. What was that?
What's that was? I
cannot stand. I can't stand to listen to this motherfucker even talk anymore. He needs some fucking lead in his fucking head. They all do. I'm done. Can't do it no more. Fucking disgusting. These fucking people should be shot.